I went grocery shopping today, so I'm going to show you everything I bought. So it is grocery haul time again, and we're going to get into things pretty quickly here, but a couple things to get us started. First off, if you happen to be new here, my name is Sarah, and I'm a registered dietitian, and this whole channel is about food and nutrition stuff, so if you're into that sort of thing, then make sure that you subscribe. Also, just so you know, I have 3 cats, and they are running around right now. One's eating over here in the corner, so if you hear munching sounds or sounds of cats running through the house, that's what's happening there. And also, just for a point of reference, this is a shopping trip for a week for 2 people, me and my husband, just so you kind of know what we're working with. And also, this is from Wegmans, so I do a lot of my grocery shopping at Wegmans. I really like Wegmans. I think it's a really great store, and they have a lot of really cool stuff, so that's where I got everything today. So I try to organize everything with these by section of the store so we can kind of work our way through, and we're going to start with the produce section. So first thing here that I have is some Tuscan or dinosaur or lacinato kale. I have it in this reusable produce bag, so I've been using these for almost a year now. I absolutely love them. I will have a link for them below the video, as well as a link to my Amazon store where you can see all of my favorite things, or at least a lot of my favorite things. I have kitchen things linked over there, as well as books and other stuff, so if you want to see that, I'll have that link too. But the produce bags are really great. They have these little drawstrings. They're just this mesh material. You can put them in the washing machine to clean them, and the set that I have comes with a variety of different sizes, but you can also get extras of a specific size if you find that you use a lot of the large ones or a lot of the little ones or something like that. But I think they are really nice, and they help you to not use all of those annoying flimsy produce bags week after week after week when you go to the store. So we've got some kale here. This is going to be used for a massaged kale salad, so really simple. I do kale a lot in the winter time because it's a winter vegetable, and so this is something that's kind of a weekly staple this time of year. And that's another thing to know. This is a winter grocery haul, and I point that out because the types of things I buy in the winter are going to be a little different, but also we have no more farmers market. So where I am in Virginia, the farmers market is over, so I can't get any produce at the farmers market anymore, and also my garden is done for the year, so I'm not getting anything out of the garden. So all of my produce is coming from the grocery store right now. Okay, so more veggies. We have some celery. We have these rainbow carrots. I really like these. They're just fun to have a variety of colors. So there's some orange ones in there, but also purple carrots and yellow carrots and white carrots, so I got those. I also have a bag of pears here, and I like pears in the fall and winter. I think they're really nice. I mostly use them to go in my yogurt for breakfast, but then also sometimes for snacks, in salads, that sort of thing. Another wintry produce item here that I can only get in the winter, open up the produce bag and I will show you, is pomegranate. So I have 2 pomegranates here. I really like pomegranates a lot, and they are one of those produce items that you really are restricted by the season. I mean, in the US, a lot of things you can buy any time of the year, no matter what the season is, because it can be shipped in from wherever. But pomegranates is one of those things that you can still only really find in the winter, and so I make sure to buy them. Though they can be kind of expensive. I don't know, they're large, but I don't know. I haven't done like a cost comparison to other foods, but they always seem a little pricey to me when I buy them. So I usually get like 2 a week, and then what I do with the pomegranates is I use half of one, like not obviously the peel and stuff, but half of the seeds from one in my yogurt in the morning. So this time of year, 2 of my favorite fruits to put in my yogurt are the pears or the pomegranate. So 2 pomegranates is good for breakfast if I use all of it in that way. Okay, another thing that's in a produce bag is some cilantro. So I buy cilantro basically every week now. It's just good to have for guacamole and just using as a topper for various other meals that I might make. So we've got some of that. And as far as storing cilantro, what I have found to work pretty well to keep it fresh the longest is when I get it home, you know, after I'm done with this video, I will trim the ends just like you would a bouquet of flowers, so you get a nice fresh cut. And then I will put them in a mason jar with water in the fridge. And that seems to keeps the cilantro looking pretty good for as long as I've ever been able to do it. More produce things. We've got some avocados here. We also have the pears falling, so hopefully they're not too bruised now. But yeah, this is a 4-pack of avocados. I have some bananas. These, as many of you know by now, are mostly for my husband Jason. He eats at least 1, if not 2 bananas a day. They're one of his #1 favorite foods, and he has one in the morning for breakfast every day. So, bananas, some that are yellow, some that are a little more green, to go the rest of the week. And I mean, I like bananas, but I probably eat like 1 or 2 a week. He eats 1 or 2 a day. So, most of those are going to be for him. I got a bag of just some onions, pretty basic stuff. Always need onions on hand. So that's all the produce stuff. I also have some things left over in the fridge that I'm going to be using this week. Like I have a head of cabbage that I bought last week, I think. But my meal plan ended up shifting around. I didn't end up using it. So I'm going to be using that this week. So that's in there too. Okay, so now we'll move on to dairy type stuff. Milk, I've got 2 of these. These are the Organic Valley grass-fed milk. So we've got that going on. Me and Jason do not really enjoy milk to drink, but we use it in our coffee, and he uses it for his peanut butter banana smoothie in the morning. So that's how we end up using that. I have some of the Maple Hill Creamery whole milk grass-fed plain yogurt. So this is what I do a lot of mornings. It's just some plain yogurt with some sort of fruit, maybe some cinnamon in there, maybe some nuts or seeds or something on top. That's kind of a go-to for me, and you know that if you have seen a lot of my what I eat in a day videos, that oftentimes yogurt is the thing I'm having for breakfast. So this is the Maple Hill Creamery. I was doing some of the Siggies as well here recently, just because I kind of got a kick on a Siggies kick, because I'd had it a couple different times. Then I went to Fancy and I had some, and I was like, I'm really enjoying this kind of thicker style yogurt, but I went back to the Maple Hill Creamery because, you know, they are wonderful as well, and I love their stuff. Okay, another thing that I have here from the dairy section is some goat cheese. This is an herbed goat cheese, so it's got like rosemary and thyme, and oh, let's see, what does it have in here? Basil, oregano, rosemary, and thyme. So I thought that looked really yummy. And I'm going to be using that with this next item. This is some Applegate pepperoni. So one night for dinner this week, on Friday actually, I decided that I'm going to do a cheese board. I haven't done that in a while, and it's nice for like a Friday night when me and Jason want more of a like casual, snacky dinner, not spending a lot of time in the kitchen, just kind of be able to chill out, and something that's a little more, yeah, snacky. So when I do the cheese board, I usually do like some kind of pepperoni or something like that, a couple different cheeses. So I got the goat cheese. We also have some cheddar in the fridge that I'll cut up. And then, you know, we do all kinds of different things. We do crackers. I actually got some rosemary Triscuits, and then I have some plain Triscuits as well that I already have. So those will go on the cheese board. The pears will go on there, some grapes in the fridge, and then I do some chopped veggies. So like the celery and the carrots, I'll chop some of that up, probably put out a little hummus, maybe slice up a pickle, and then also I have some olives here from the Wegmans olive bar, so I'll put some of those out. And on top here, this is just for me to have. Whenever I get olives, I also treat myself to a few stuffed grape leaves or dolmas, because I really like those, so I'll have those as a snack. I don't know, maybe today or tomorrow, something like that. So the cheese board, I try to do like, now that I've kind of run through everything, like some sort of like salty things like the meat and the cheeses, and then some sweet things like a few different fruits, and then some just like really crisp, crunchy veggies, the celery and the carrots. Having the olives and the pickles in there is kind of like a little tangy as well as salty. Just having a mixture of those different flavors, and it also hits all the things that are important for just a good meal or snack. It has carbs, it has protein, it has fat, and it has fiber, and it's delicious. So I think it's really nice for kind of a casual, chill, relaxing, fun dinner sometimes. Okay, so moving kind of more into the products and stuff, I showed you the Triscuits. I also got some rice noodles. These I'm not using for a recipe. This is just to restock my pantry, so I have one on hand. I did recently 7 healthy foods I always have on hand video. If you missed that one, I will link it for you. But this is one of the items I talked about in there, and I talked about how important it is that when you use those kind of staple items that you always have on hand, how important it is to replace them after you use them, and remember to keep them stocked up so when you need them in a pinch, you have them. So this is just to keep my stock. And then another thing that I talked about in that video was curry paste. So I got a jar of green curry paste today because I don't have any in the pantry. I have some red curry paste, but also this was the only one left, and there was no red curry paste on the shelf. And this is something else I talked about in that video, how it seems like sometimes with the curry paste, people come in there and clean it out and they don't have enough stock to replenish. And then if you really need it, you have to run around to a bunch of different stores so you can't get it. So I saw this, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get that. Just put it in the pantry so that I have it when I need it. And then the next item is like a bunch of different versions of the same thing. I talked about these before. They're these boxed Indian dinners. They come in a bunch of different flavors. They're really affordable. And they're just really simple. Excuse me. Really simple as far as the ingredients go. I need some water. Let me get my glass from over here. Okay, so they're just, you know, basically what you would put in it if you made it yourself. And it tastes wonderful. And so these are nice for quick dinners where maybe you just need something or you don't feel like cooking or whatever. You can make some rice, whip out one of these guys, and they're great. So this is a yellow lentil dal one. This is a curry potatoes and peas. This is another spicy potato gravy one. I really like this one. And then I have even more over here. So these are both paneer. So I got 2 of this paneer, which is in a tomato gravy. So you can see that. And then I got this one, which is in, it has vegetables and it says a mildly spiced and sweet gravy. So I got 2 of these as well. Jason really likes the paneer ones, I think because they feel a little more substantial. I'm not super into paneer, so I don't eat these really, but Jason loves these, so I get these for him. And another good thing about these, or just I guess an interesting thing to know, is they are all vegetarian. Many of them are vegan, so if that is a need that you have, or maybe someone in your home, that's a need that they have, then, you know, there are options for that, which I think is really cool. And like I said, they're just nice to have stocked up on hand in case you need one, and they taste great. That's everything I got at the store today. Let me know in the comments if you have any of these items in your shopping cart, or maybe what are some other things that you really have been enjoying here lately at the grocery store. I love to hear about all your grocery shopping adventures. And if you happen to be new here and you want more healthy eating tips and nutrition info and videos like this one, then make sure that you subscribe, because eating healthy and living a healthy lifestyle, it really doesn't have to be complicated, and I want to show you how to do it. And if you want to watch some more videos, I have a couple linked over here that you might like. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.